All right. Hi. I am currently losing my mind right now because it turns out the end of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, when you beat DLC 2, isn't the end. There's some post game stuff, obviously, in the Terrarium, but apparently there's a secret ending, and I started watching some of it, and then I went to go record some screenshots and like some video of it in the game, and the clips weren't long enough. So I have to come back now and I have to do it again in game. Shout out to my Pikachu's back there. We got Gengar right there as well. We just had Christmas, so I just took my sweater off for this one, for the Straw Hat crew. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. I'll show you guys what's going on. Okay, so we're here in the game. Let's go ahead and we're gonna launch up Pokemon Scarlet. Like I said, I started some of this, but I kind of stopped doing it just so I can like see this because it felt so unreal, and I was like, "There's no way I'm experiencing this right now." So they say you have to go to Kitakami and then you go to one of the seven wonders, which I'm currently here because I got a little excited and I said, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna save. We'll see what's gonna happen. So let's go and see and see what happens. Okay, so we're at one of the six wonders, the Crystal Pool. All you have to do to make this work is come and fly to the Crystal Pool, and you have to have Terapagos in your party. I don't know if it matters where it's at, but I put it at the first spot. We're gonna walk across, and the same like when you fought Melodic, just gonna come down to the end of the hill, and you're gonna get stopped by a cutscene. Oh, hi, Coughing. A whole cutscene plays. Terapagos pops out. Terralumi lets out this radiant terrestrial energy. Well, now, this is a curious development. Have I somehow broken through the boundaries of space-time? And who are you? Professor? Have we met? If so, I'm sorry, but I don't seem to recall it. I'm Professor Sada. I research Pokemon in Area Zero, and yet... Agiagias. What? This Pokemon, is this the Winged King? The Winged King is his Paradox name. Because as you know, he, in current time, is Cyclizar. We call it Koraidon. Is that right? So its name is Koraidon. That's a good name. Agian? From the clues you've already let slip, I suppose I would have to conclude, from your perspective, I must have come from the past. Though, of course, the complexities of space-time are beyond count. It's possible that our encounter might even be occurring in a timeline connected to my own. Perhaps this meeting is nothing more than a fleeting miracle. Why don't we exchange as much useful data as we can in this little time that fate has gifted us? Oh, she's so adorable. Okay. Can we talk? Do we battle? What? I don't know what happens from here. I am completely without words. Is there anything you'd like to ask me? Why are you here? I don't know precisely the cause. I was analyzing some recent data in my secret lab one moment, and the next I was standing here before you. Perhaps this is the influence of the crystal Pokemon that lies dormant in that place. Or perhaps the cause lies with you and I. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me? What are you studying now? I'm researching methods of catching Pokemon that live in different timelines, so I might transport them to present day in my own timeline. So, what Professor Sada is saying is that there are more Paradox Pokemon to possibly come. Right? Or in different timelines, meaning they could be from the future Paradox. It sounds fantastical, no doubt, but I am drafting plans now for a machine that may achieve it. You see, this book captured my imagination when I read it as a child and has never let go. The Scarlet book. But progress has been slow and beset my failures. I haven't left my lab in quite some time now. I just really hope that I might glean some new insight from this conversation so I can finally make progress and return home. Is there anything else you wish to ask me? What about your family? Oh. Oh. You even wish to know about my private life? Oh, I do have family. A son. He is probably at home right now. Well, no. I suppose right now could be inaccurate. Whenever or wherever he is, I imagine he must be quite lonely. Now, let us trade places in this exchange. I'd say the time has come for my own questions. What is this place? It doesn't appear to be anywhere in Paldea. This is the land of Kitakami. So we're at Kitakami's crystal pool, eh? I remember reading about in certain texts. It's said to be a place where water wells up from the ground imbued with terrestrial energy. It would seem that I have been shifted quite far in both space and time. You're in the current time, the present time. My next question, then. That Pokemon you have, the Winged King. I mean Koraidon. Tell me more about it. The Winged King! Oh, that's such a cool, like, paradox name. I found it collapsed on a beach. It's a precious part of me. It's a precious part of me. I'll say that one. Yes, well, your personal attachment to the creature has no meaningful relevance to the... forgive me. Perhaps I was rude. Yeah? That book you have there. I don't recognize its cover. What is it? The Hidden Treasure of Area Zero. Would you let me see it for just a moment? Descriptions of the Area Zero underdepths, and a record of Tarapago's awakening? Who was this Briar to have written such a work? That's right. She wrote the book and then gave us a copy of it. Yes. She's a teacher of mine. You could say she's a descendant of Heath, but I'd rather say teacher of mine. A school teacher. Plumbing the depths of Area Zero? Access is supposed to be limited to myself and certain members of the Pokemon League. At any rate, that is a book that would ignite the imagination of any true scientist. I'm sorry, but I simply must have the time to read this book more thoroughly. Oh no, just give her the book! Give her the book! Let her go with the book! Oh, the mist is closing in once again. I assume this means our time near its end. Yes, Gia! I wish I could spend more time... I wish I could spend longer getting to know the Winged King, but I must hurry. That book, I imagine it must be quite valuable. It wouldn't feel right for me to claim it without you offer any recompense. In exchange, then, though I hate to part with something so precious to me, would you consider trading me that book for my copy of the Scarlet book? Yes! Yes, yes, please. That's fine. I will take your copy of the Scarlet book. And who do I give the Scarlet book to? You put the Scarlet book in the key pockets. Oh, this is like a fetch quest. A record of the expedition to the Greater Crater Paldea given to you by Professor Sada. The book has the name Sada written on it in clumsy handwriting. I appreciate this more than you can imagine. Perhaps I should take this chance to go home and enjoy a bit of downtime with a good book. This is where we part, fellow adventurer and Winged King. How lucky we were to meet across space and time. I bid you adieu. Goodbye, Professor Sada. Wow, that was so cool. To be able to run into Professor Sada, like, that's not what I expected this outcome to be. Wow. And you know she truly loves Arvin, too. Like, you can tell, like, she misses him so much. But she has to do her research in the past. Oh! Did they put the book on the table? Is that what happened just now? They put the book. They put the book on the table. What is going on? Because it's gonna skip past that. I'm not gonna get to see it again, am I? Where are we gonna pick up at? We're back in our dorm? Okay, so do we go see Professor Briar or Briar? Okay, we have a few people we can talk to. Let's talk to the cafeteria. Go to talk to Arvin real quick. See if he has anything to say about us picking up the new Scarlet book. Arvin, anything? Yo, Lemony, grab something to eat too? Man, you sure did give me beating in that. Okay. Seems like my closest buddies. I mean, look at you, just become the champion. It's pretty amazing, right? And there's Nimona talking about every class at school, champion ranked. Here, Penny's got some kind of offer to work for the Pokemon League. You're great at cooking, honestly. Oh, man. Wait, my mom. See, now that my boss stuff is doing so much better, and since the treasure hunt is still going and all, I've been thinking about a new goal, to find myself. And I guess I really got started knowing where you come from, which means I should learn about my mom, right? She was a student at the school once, too. That's what I heard. I'm gonna search the whole school for info about what kind of person she really was. Thanks for the inspiration, little buddy. Okay, so that must not be what we had to do. Director's office for more of him. Okay. I don't know if this pertains to any of it, but that was so awesome. Just trying to see where we go from this from now. Lemony, boy, did you pick a great moment to stop on by. Take a look at this. It's supposed to be a sample of my mom's research from back when she was a student. That's what Director Clavel here told me. He's been helping me out. When Sada was a student at this academy, I was still a mere researcher myself. Among my peers, it was already being bandied about that an astoundingly gifted young woman was studying at Naranja Academy. So she really was always amazing, right from the start, huh? Oh, I guess I never really questioned it, but why is your office full of this equipment? So you finally noticed, have you? This room was once your mother's research lab. It was? From what I've heard recounted, she apparently would become so absorbed in her research that she hardly returned to her dorm room. She spent most nights sleeping in here, in fact. I also find myself more at ease surrounded by such research equipment, so I took the liberty of adapting the room to serve as my office. Ah, okay. I never knew. All these pieces of my mom's life, they were right in front of me this whole time. I spent so long trying not to think about her that I never even noticed until now. Thanks for telling me about this, Dr. Clavel. And Lemony, thanks for being here with me to learn about it too. Okay. Master Arvin, I intend to explain about these trophies here, and he's gone already. Rather hard to pin down, isn't he? I'll flick a flash as soon as the new thought crosses his mind. My dear Sada, I think your son of yours takes after you a very great deal. Yeah, he's very headstrong about what he likes and enjoys. So, can we find him one more time? We have Arvin in the entrance hall. I don't know if this has to do with anything, but I'm trying to figure out what to do with the Scarlet book now that I got it. It feels like something's different about that main title screen. And maybe I'll have to go back and rewatch the footage and see if anything changed, but it feels like something's different. But we'll take a look here. That makes more sense now, this part. Yo, champ, coming to hit the books? Not just passing through. What, you just felt like climbing all those stairs to train your legs or something? Oh, you want to know why I'm here? Yeah, I'm still working on my own little treasure hunt, trying to find myself and all. While I was here in the entrance hall, digging through my mom's research reports, I found this on one of the bookshelves. This book was so precious to my mom that she even kept a copy in the Lighthouse Lab. The Scarlet book. That's what it's called, right? This is my first time really reading the bits that aren't about Herba Mystica. They're amazing. I mean, it all sounds super fake, but it's got all these cool pictures, and it's real fun to read. Look at this entry here. While separated from the research team in the crater's depths, I found a strange entity. Whether it was something, or even alive at all, I know not. It bore a shell with layers of overlapping hexagons and gleamed brighter than gemstone. Veiled as a whole, it's a mysterious, brilliant disc. The text on the page is smudged and blurry in every copy of the book I've ever seen. Kind of suspicious, right? Of course, the whole book is full of unbelievable stories that everybody convinced me one of them, but they turned out to be real. And after everything we saw in Arizerio, well, makes it hard to say it's nonsense, huh? In fact, I think I might have been this book that my mom wanted. In fact, I think it might have been this book that made my mom want to become a researcher. I bet she got so fixated with the ancient Pokemon that she read about in here that it made her want to see one for herself. Wait, hold on. Isn't my mom's time machine the whole reason the ancient Pokemon ended up here in the first place? This book is from way before she made the time machine, but it mentions ancient Pokemon. Isn't that kind of weird? Oh well, I'm sure it's all just made up anyway. But my mom believed that nonsense, and even managed to make it a reality. I guess she really was something. I'm gonna learn from her example and start giving my all too. I've got something to do. I've got something I gotta do now. But I'll see you around, little buddy. So we have the true book of Professor Sada. Is there anywhere else we can run into him, or are we done? No, Nimona. There's Arvin. Let's keep following Arvin, see what happens from here. Arvin, my dude. What do we got? Huh. Huh. Ugh. I was focusing so hard I didn't even notice you, bud. I know. Pretty rare to see me actually studying, right? But I'm at a pretty good stopping point. How about a break? I could use a change of scenery. Okay, cool. Oh, we're in his dorm, the cooking room. Oh, he's got so much food in here. And my boss stiff. What do you think? Welcome to Chez Arven. Well, Chez Arven and Babostiff, really. It's surprisingly clean. Why is it surprising? I'll have you know that I clean every single day. Mostly because my Babostiff sheds is done, but still. Anyway, about the reason you saw me studying the classroom like that. I went back and read the pages about the Herba Mystica and the Scarlet book again. It made me remember how things were back when Babostiff was still weak and everything. I couldn't seem to do anything to help him, and boy, it sure didn't feel good. Of course, I'm really glad that I was able to find all the Herba Mystica together with you, but there's still got to be other people who were still suffering the same way I was back then, worrying about their Pokemon that are sick or hurt. So I don't laugh, okay? I decided that I'm gonna be a cook. I'm gonna make super healthy food, bursting full of the stuff Pokemon need to feel great. I'll be behind you all the way. Yeah. Yeah, and thanks. I knew I could count on you to be supportive like that. The culinary world might be a bit different, but I swear I'm gonna be just as famous as my mom. So I guess I can close my book on my little hunt to find myself. It's time to start a new chapter, one that's all about working towards my new dream. And hey, feel free to stop by my room anytime. Babostiff will always be glad to see you. He's a little rough. Knew it. Okay, so we finished his story. I don't know if we can do any more with him. Oh, that Scarlet book. Did you borrow the copy from the entrance hall? Of course you did. That book holds a lot of memories for us, little buddy. No, it's not. It's not. This is my personal copy from your mom. Your mom gave me this book. What do I do? What do I do? Okay, let's go see if Briar wants it, because it might have updated information. It's not a smudged copy that's been sitting around for hundreds of years, right? So maybe Briar wants it. Let's leave. And let's head to... we're actually going to fly to the entrance. See if we can spot Briar anywhere. I don't know if we'll be able to spot Briar, but if we do, maybe this will conclude this part. It's crazy because, you know, he notices that we have that book. Okay. Where do we want to go? Can we see Briar anywhere? No. Okay. So, this for me means that there is further research to go to find out what we do next. So, I will be back with another video when that time comes. We did the whole Arvin story. He questioned why we have the book. I've not seen that ever before, but then again, I don't really go to the school to do all the um, relationship stuff they have to do because in the League Club room here, I know that there is stuff that happens that you have to make certain friendships last to get certain Pokemon. So I could get one of Arvin's Pokemon, one of Nemona's Pokemon. I could get one of Penny's Pokemon, one of the gym leaders' Pokemon, like Iona. I can get any like their Pokemon, and it'll have a special thing because I'll trade them that Pokemon. So there could be more stuff that we have to do. So I'm going to go ahead and do some more investigation, and I'm going to find out what we have to do. All right? But in the meantime, hey, I'm glad that you guys are here and got to experience this with me. We kind of did it together, and that was awesome. We got to run back into Professor Sada, or if you're in Pokemon Violet, it'd be Professor Turo, which I still have to do that one too once I beat the story. I am currently working through beating the story again on my copy of Violet. I have 2 more gyms to go. I have the Bug Gym and the Psychic Gym, and then I have the Elite Four to go. Then I have to Team Star. The end of the game, all of Kitakami is done, but the Indigo Disc basically told me I could not progress anymore until I beat the story. So I have to beat the story of Violet. I'm gonna get a second Walking Wake, get a second Iron, not Iron Thorns, Iron the Virizion Paradox form. So I'm gonna get those 2 again, and then we're gonna progress through and see what happens next. There's gotta be more to this. It doesn't just end here. All right. So I'll see you all later. Thank you for watching. This has been amazing. Like to run into Professor Sada again and Professor Turo and Violet. That is so cool. It's so awesome. I had a great time just seeing that short little video and like talking and seeing how much that the parent cares for Arvin and everything. It was really cool to see. So maybe there's some more conversations we have to view. We'll figure it out. But until next time, I'll see you all later. Have a great night. Bye, everyone.